I'm going to be turning this aluminium here, I still got some more to cut, into a camp kitchen. One that you could just pick up, put on a table, and you got all your drawers and your cooker on top and a chopping area and all that stuff. But I'll send you some more of this. Perfection! Mario! Stupid! One thing you want to do when you're welding aluminium, preheat it. Get yourself one of these little blow torches. Just preheat a little bit quickly. Take that moisture out of the metal. Just get it nice and warm. Doesn't have to be really hot. Just take the moisture out. And then you're right to weld. Able to handle and de-escalate these situations as they arise, or even understanding what to look for and how you deal with these things. So it's pretty bad like Victoria, Jackie. Specifically, 1 and 4 are threatening a serious violent incident, whether it's verbal or physical abuse, intimidation, threats, and then the use of weapons. And the thing that's been just built up the corner a little bit. I'll give you a quick look at that. Alright, there you go. It's a bit oxidized with the, anyway, whatever that black crap is. But I grind everything down anyhow. So that's just a little bit of that. Well, that's where I'm up to at the moment. Just got the frame together. Rightio. This is where we're up to. I've welded a couple of runners. What I call runners is some flat bar here and here, so my drawer can slide on it. Just knocked the camera. And I've put in the shelving angles so my drawers can slide down. I'm going to have 3 here. 1, 2, 3. On the top here is going to be my cooker. I'm going to start making the drawers now. I need to make little stoppers at the back here so the drawers don't go right through. This is going to be one big box, I think. I'm still contemplating this one. Anyhow, that's where I'm at this stage. What's that? Oh, my neighbour's got music on. When you cut aluminium, make sure you got some sort of lubricant on your blade. Otherwise it's going to get stuck. These are going to be the brackets to hold my sliders for my chopping board. I'm going to make a pull-out chopping board and storage holder for my fry pan if need be. One's going to come on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to have these Slimline Goliath. Not sponsored by them. My channel's nowhere near big enough to be a sponsor. What's Tiger doing? What are you doing? Oh, you're getting a bee. Leave the bees alone. We need them. We need them for honey, mate. And to pollinate plants. All right, well anyway, these are sliders. 400. Tell me, is this a sickness I have, or am I just a tradesman who wants to do things perfectly? Thought I could see the camera lens a bit wobbled there. This is going in here, right? Now, it's got to sit in there flush. It's going to be a door stopper, so when the door comes and hits, it's going to hit this. I made this one up and then I realised, oh, this angle line here, it's got to have 3mm taken out of it so it could sit flush. So it's flush with this face here. So I cut that notch out. I could have probably just left it and had it sitting out like such and just filled up that gap with a bit of a weld and left it. You're not going to really see it's going to be at the back of the drawer. But is it an OCD issue, or what I say to people, I go, no, it's just me being a perfectionist and a tradesman. You do things right, or don't do them at all. That's what I say, but yeah, I create a lot of work for myself. But you know what? I enjoy doing all this and I have a lot of pride in everything I do. So there you go. That's going to sit in there like that. Now I've got to make another one here with the same little notch taken out to fill in this gap. You can watch me make that bit. Because there's a lot of things I do and a lot of people probably think, oh, I bet you he didn't even do that or make that at all. I wonder how many people notice what I didn't do then. This is only going to be a short bit. I'll tell you after this one. Gosh, all this aluminium dust can't be good for me. But I'm 2 now. I'm quite happy to die. I just hope I got this finished before so my kids have got something they can drag around, go camping with and remember me by. That's actually why I'm doing these videos, for my kids. I know I keep saying it, but see that angle grinder I was using? I put one of them right through my wrist. I don't know if you're going to see that. Right through here, right through, right down to there. Took out the hole in the bone, the hole in the nerve, everything. This nerve, these 2 fingers I don't feel. But thanks to a grouse plastic surgeon, Isabel, I think her name was, I can't remember, I was really knocked out. She did all this plastic surgery for 5 hours on me, but all the damage was in this little finger. And there's only 2 in Australia that could have done this surgery, and she happened to be from Sydney, but here in Melbourne at the time I did this. And the doctor in Melbourne was away somewhere else. How fortunate was I? Anyway, she did that good a job. I'm learning how to play the guitar. Thank you, Isabel. I think that's her name. I'm sorry if it isn't. See how nice and neat that is? It's flush with the edge there. Then, yeah. Now I'm going to weld it in place like I did this one here. Safety gear, important. See what I mean? That's what it's for. Now the drawers will slide in here and bang, hit that. Look how nice and neat that looks. Oh well, that's the one I did all the cutouts on. Yeah, beautiful. That's a neat job. Oh, it's just dust. I thought I welded my lens while splatter. Okay, now I'm going to add these 2 channels here for my sliders, for my chopping board drawer, and my what's its name holder. One's going to go there, and one's going to go across here. In here, one there and one on this side. So these will now slide out. Well, obviously that's going to be one board. That'll come out of there. Oh wow, that's weird. I can see my hand go in before the video. Yeah, so they're attached on there with pop rivets. They should be strong enough. It's only going to have a piece of board on here for a chopping board and hold a stove, maybe a fry pan. I don't even think I'm going to put my stove in there. Anyhow, carry on. Alright, it's coming dark time again. What I've done here, as you can see, I've marked these edges pretty much, and I've put sticky tape where I'm going to be silicon, and the overflow of silicon will go on the tape. And even when I've got my bead, I could just run my finger along and it'll smudge on the tape rather than my panel. And then I'll just peel the paint off, peel the tape off, hopefully leave the paint there, and have a beautiful straight line of silicon. It's one way you guys could do this as well, I guess. So the silicon goes on that edge, overflow goes on the tape, just lift the tape off, dead straight line. Rightio, so looking at myself. Rightio, so what? I hate people that do that. They're talking to you and they're like this, because all they're doing is looking at themselves. Like, why? I've got no idea. Maybe to see what's in the background as well. There's my camper. Anyhow, that's another video. So, what I'm doing here is I'm setting up me, what are these called again? Router. Setting up the tip there to be, it's got to be 2 mil, I think, because I think this is 0.5 thick. Oh, I can't point out at it. Yeah, anyway, the composite panel is 3 mil thick, and I think it's only a 0.5 sheet of an aluminium that's on. So I've got to route out on a 45-degree angle, which is what that router bit is there. So that's 45 degrees. I'll get it round for you. And you'll just get to the top of the aluminium that you want to fold. Okay, and then the two 45s come together when you bend them. Okay, so there you go. I ran the router. As you can see, the aluminium's just showing here. I don't understand why it's not showing anywhere else, but regardless, I can still get it up to that 90 degree. Okay, now you could only do this so many times up and down before that aluminium's going to break, because it will work harden. But I'm not using this piece. This is just off-cut, just to see the measurement. Now, so the measurement was, I wanted 110, okay, overall for my height, and I ran it at exactly 110. So now when it comes up, the outside dimension is exactly 110. So the distance to the tip of the router to the height you want will be pretty much accurate. I mean, we're only talking about that 0.5 of a millimeter difference, so do allow that when you're trying to fit it in between something. Alright, carry on. What I should have done is actually videoed me doing this. What I was actually explaining, I should have got myself videoing, was actually doing the cut. So I did find video footage later on, so here it is, and I'm demonstrating it for you. And there you go. Now I'll cut this corner off here, and that'll come up, that'll come up. I'm going to set it inside aluminium section like this, and glue it along here and here, clamp it, and that's it. She should be good. Is I've cut this section out like such, so it all sits nice and tucked in. Now this is what it's going to slide on here. That's going to be over the other way. Now just got to make a piece here in a corner. I've got this little nifty device that grips the corners, and you screw it up. I've done now. I made this jig up here. I don't know why I'm always making things and I'm not showing you what I'm doing. So I'm just going 100 miles an hour. Anyhow, I made this jig up so I could weld the base of this thing, of the drawers. Now this is one of the drawers. I'm contemplating, I might go and buy a little finish trim that you could buy 3mm finish trim to go over the top of this, just to create some extra work for myself. Anyhow, I've only got one of these thingamabobbies, whatever it is, corner holding, tightening. Really bloody genius idea, I tell you. Gotta love humans. That one was out. All the others in, yeah. So that's it. Now this drawer is ready to go. Well, it's all siliconed up, ready to, oh, that's what I made that bit of corner timber for, so I could sit this in at right angle. Perfect. I made it so it's a perfect 90 degree. Cut the corner away so I could preheat it and then weld it with the welder. Right, so this is now ready, set. Well, it's not set, but it's ready to be set in place. I might get some clamps on the corners here because this actual backing broke off. Rightio. Slowly getting there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a piece of timber for this slider to act as a chopping board sort of thing, or something to rest your food on. You could rest it. This comes out approximately 300mm, so there's my stomach there, and I can easily cook up here. Let's get into it. That's for the low lighting. However, one of me drawers have dried up, so that's it there. I'm going to have 2, 3 of them. Are really on overboard. This is a prep board because my stove's going to sit up here, which arrived today. I should actually show you that, but I will in the next clip. Rightio, in this video I'm actually showing the whole kitchen finished pretty much because it was just taking too long, and all the videoing, I was coming towards the end after making the drawers. So this is the kitchen unit finished. However, I haven't attached the handles, which I do have now. Even in the next video clip you'll see it operating. There's still no handles on there, but I will make another one when I eventually get it all set up on another camping trip that I will go on. You'll notice I put pop rivets on the drawers because the silicone wasn't holding that great, and I put some handles on the top there so I could easily lift it up. The whole unit weighs 13 kilos empty, so I'm pretty pleased with that, to be quite honest. However, if I do need to move it, I will have to pull out each drawer as it could become heavy. I'm not 100% sure. I have picked it up on my own. And the flame, let's just get down low here. So this is in between, that's the low setting, and this is the high setting. What's really nice, these knobs, you got to push them in to adjust, you know, like, but it locks there, so you can't accidentally bump it. Even when it's switched off, you can't turn it. You have to push it in and turn it. Good safety feature. The only thing, it hasn't got a piezo lighter. I better turn this down because I'm boiling water for my beef stroganoff. Yeah, and there you go. That's what I was trying to say. You can fit 2 really nice big saucepans on it. 590 right across. And you got your little burner in the middle there, but obviously you can't do much when you've got a big pot going. Yeah, you can't even use that little burner when you've got a big pot. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You can turn that one down. pretty good cooker for 37, 38 Australian dollars. I'm loving my kitchen too, by the way.